guys, it's Donna from Donna's Sewing Circle. How are y'all doing today? Come on in. We're having a beautiful tutorial today, and there's room always for one more. So come in, have a seat, join us for a while. Today is a bonus round. I taught earlier how to make this beautiful rotary cutter case. The bonus class, we're going to make a case, but I'm going to add applique to it, make it really special. So I always want to do something extra if I do a bonus course. My students who came to my classes personally in my community probably already learned how to make this. So they're probably thinking, I don't need to take this class again. I know how to do it. But now this class, I'm going to show you how to add applique to it. So stay tuned, join me. Okay, for this course, you need fusible, lightweight, sheer weight. It is fusible, and it will be for the closure tab. I have not ironed anything on yet. I have ironed my fabric, so it is ready to go. This is the applique I'm going to attach. You also need fusible fleece and two fabrics, an outer and an inner lining. Okay, and the very first thing we're going to do, we'll add the applique first. So what you want to do, you want to measure so you get the applique in the right place. When the project is finished, I think it's, there we go. Let me do that. Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6.5, maybe 6 and 3/4. So I'm going to position this where I want it. Remember, there's going to be a clasp here, so I don't want it to be covered up. This is the finished product. So I'm going to move it down a little bit. So probably right about here. A piece of it may get caught in the seam. And you want to do all of this before you add your backing or your fusible, because if you add your fusible after or before you do your applique, your stitching will show up on this, and you don't want that. You want it to look very clean and professional. So now we're going to go to my sewing machine and we're going to add this. I've got white thread. So what I'm going to do, I've got I don't know if you can see it, there's a little line here on my foot, and that's going to be, I'm going to use that line and follow the outline of my applique, and that will keep my stitches even all the way around. And go nice and slow, no hurry here. And this is a zigzag stitch. Notice my hands. Okay, now I'm getting to a curve here and I can't turn it. So I'm going to position my fabric around that curve. And then we continue. So if you get to a curve that your machine can't make, it's too tight, lift your foot up and move it. Enjoy sewing as much as I do, and I hope to instill that in my students. The love of sewing. That's my whole goal. So tell me about your journey in the comments below, where you're at. But I'm in the basic sewing series to teach you the basic steps of sewing. That's what this series is about. And it's learning skill upon skill. All right. Isn't that pretty? So we've appliqued that. Okay. Now we go on to the next step, which is, the next step is ironing. So when we iron, what we're doing, the bumpy side is the glue side. You want the bumpy side up. And then you want the back side of your fabric on top of the glue. But even it out because you do not want glue on your iron. Get it level and properly positioned. Then when you get your iron, you're pressing it. You hold it down and press. That helps the glue melt. Make sure your iron is hot on the cotton setting. It takes 5 to 10 seconds for the glue to melt. Then once it's melted, I'll go over it. Now, onto the clasp. This is light fusible. It's not fleece, it's just light fusible interfacing. The bumpily side up, put the back side of your fabric on top of the bumpily side. Once you get it positioned, press it, then iron it. Okay, now we're on to the second part. I'll see you at the cutting board. Okay, now for this section, the close your tab. We're going to fold it like a Wrigley's gum wrapper. Fold it to the center, finger press it, fold this to the center, then you fold it one more time on itself. Then we're going to pin it or clip it. Make sure your edges are lined up. Okay, we're going to lay that aside for now. This side. Once you put applique on it, you've got to make sure you're doing the sewing and the stitching on the correct side, or you'll have an upside down image. All right, so now what we're going to do is draw a half circle here. And I'm using friction pin. It is erasable with heat, though it won't matter for this project. Okay, I've got my circle. Now I need to cut that circle out. We get this fabric, line them up, edges match, flip it over, and see this? Now we need to cut that off. And what I like to do is fold it in half and make sure it all matches. If not, I'll even it up. Okay. It all matches. Great. Next step. Well, next step is to sew around. We're going to top sew around here. And then we'll add it to this. We'll top sew it first, and then we'll come back and add it to that. Okay. So now we're going to sew this. You want to go about 1/8 of an inch from the edge because this is top stitching, so you don't want to be too far away from the edge. Remember to remove your pins or your clips. Don't run over them. Go to the edge of your fabric, turn it, turn it. When you get to the edge, you go backwards and forwards. Okay. Now that's done. Okay. Now we're going to add it here. You want to level your fabric up. It's even on this line and it's even on this line. You want this about 2 inches down. You want to make sure it's even, because if it's not even, your project isn't going to look so hot. So always double check, like this one moved. All right, there we go. Now the next step is to take your lining fabric, put it here, match it all up. Now you're going to pin that in place because we're going to sew it next. This is a really simple project. You could have it done in just an hour or so. If you follow along, it shouldn't take you too long at all. Now when I sew this, I need to flip it. So I'm going to leave an opening about that wide so I can flip it so I don't sew there. So what I'm going to do, after I get it all pinned, I'm going to go back to the sewing table, so I'll meet you over there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll start right here at this pin. So I'm going to take that pin out. This is a 1/4 inch seam, and 1/4 inch is following the edge of my foot. So I'll go forward 3 stitches, back 3 stitches, and then I continue on, and I guide my fabric. Very important that you guide your fabric. Keep a straight line. You don't want to show off your project and have a, okay, this is where the tab is. So when I go over it, when I see it right here. So when I go over it, I'll go all the way over it, all the way back, and then all the way over it again. And the reason I'm doing that is that will be one of the weakest spots on my project, and I don't want it to come off. Then we go to the corner, flip the fabric. So to the edge, along the edge, all the way to the end. Move this tab and hold your fabric there. You don't want it to shift. Go over it, back over it again. Then you just keep sewing. Remember, do not sew over your pins. They can break, they can bend, they can actually jam into your sewing machine. Ask me how I know that. That was a big old fiasco. I thought I would just be fast and sew over my pin instead of removing it. And my wanting to be fast ended up taking an afternoon to fix my sewing machine and get that pin out of there. Okay, now we're on the curve. Go as fast or as slow as you need and guide your fabric around. See how I'm doing that? Just follow the fabric around. Just remember, it's just fabric and you are the boss. It has to do what you tell it to do. Okay, this is my final pin. So when we get there, that's as far as we will sew. All right, I'm going to remove it. Put my finger there, that's my stopping point. And when I get there, I back it up, go forwards. The reason you lock your stitches like that is so the stitches don't come undone. Worst thing in the world is trying to flip something and your stitches come out. Okay, I cut all the excess. Now I'm going to find my opening. I'm going to flip it. There's our little strap. And it came out on the correct side. If you flip it over and you think, oh, it's on the wrong side, don't freak out. All you got to do is that. That puts it on the correct side. So it's okay. It flips. Awesome. Oh, and look at my applique. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to iron it flat.
trade your troubles for a smile. Pull up a chair, rest your soul. We'll thread the needle nice and slow. Watch our sweet projects grow, stitch by stitch and seam by seam, where every stitch tells a little story, and every friend is family. So come on in and stay a while.
Here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Let's see if our cutter fits in it. Oh, it's perfect. Put the lid down. Perfect. Isn't that beautiful? Now I got a surprise for y'all. This I'm giving away for free for those of you watching my tutorial. And then you could say I've got something from Donna's Sewing Circle. And my bonuses, the first one I didn't do it because it was just a coaster. Maybe I should have. At any rate, all my bonus classes, they will be an item I give away